There's one person who's been by our side during all 4 years who exemplifies these characteristics and embodies youth even at old age. He was there at sporting events, wildly cheering on our teams with such enthusiasm right next to the rest of the students. He was there at one of our last pep rallies, willingly allowing a bucket of ice water to be dumped over his head. And he took it like a champ. In fact, a couple months ago, the graduation committee and I came down here to check out the scene before the big day. And on the trip down to DC, he was there asking every 5 minutes, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" and running to the car calling shotgun for the drive back. He was there and has been there to serve as one of our role models as we made our way through high school. So take a page out of his book and never grow up. Life's a lot more fun that way. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the principal who acts our age and whom we all know and love, Dr. Doran. P.S. Sorry I called you old.
I have gotten older. I need these. Good afternoon on this very special occasion in this most beautiful historic building. So welcome, class of 2015. Welcome, esteemed guests, family and friends, and especially Ms. Jill Ortman-Faust, member of the Board of Education, Mr. Christopher Garron, Associate Superintendent of High Schools. Christopher is a friend and colleague, and I wish him well as he moves on to his new role at Virginia Beach as a school leader in an independent school. Dr. Maria Navarro, our Chief Academic Officer. Also in the audience is Senator Cheryl Kagan, School Board member Ms. Rebecca Smodrowski, and also I saw Diane Gomez, a former Wootton AP, sitting up there, and I know she knows many of you. Thank you to our talented musicians for their rousing playing and fine singing, and Mrs. Ingram, Mr. Rouse, and Ms. Herman, their teachers. And of course, a very warm welcome to our former Wootton graduate and guest speaker, Mr. Timothy Huang. We don't know yet if he deserves the applause. We haven't heard his speech. But I know him pretty well, and I feel pretty sure it's going to be worth listening to. I also want to acknowledge Mr. and Mr. Williams. They are here with us even though their son Sam is no longer with us. But they are still very, very much a part of our Wootton family, so I'm glad they're joining us. Graduates, now I'm going to be thanking those people who've been your true supporters and advocates for you during your past 12 years on your educational journey. So the principals that are representing their world-class schools and who have shepherded you through those early foundational years at elementary school, when you were so young, so naive, so energetic, so little, so cute. What went wrong? Please stand. Mr. Barnett from Cold Spring, Mr. Mascot from Duffief, Miss Malcotti from Lakewood, Miss Silverstein Falls Mead, Miss Williams Stone Mill, and Miss Schenk from Trevilla. Now please stand Dr. Jones of Robert Frost and Dr. Smith from Cabin John. Those brave souls guided you through the drama of middle school. Remember that? Forget it. But they cared for you when you were at your worst. You were loud, annoying, fidgety, and hard to like. Sometimes you didn't even like yourselves. But they prepared you and made you ready for Wootton High School. In these past 4 years, you've also been mentored, cared for, challenged by vigorous and innovative teaching. So would the amazingly talented and dedicated faculty and staff of Wootton High School please stand? These graduates really need to thank you. Now, let us not forget the parents. They were your first teachers. They loved and protected you, and are very soon about to let you go. This is an exciting and emotional time for them too. They've been there for you through the good times and the rough times. I have a feeling their support of you will not end here either. So graduates, applause for those parents. Parents and families, I also want to thank you for the support you've given to Wootton High School and to me personally for the past 4 years, and I do not take that for granted. Now, I need to thank our most excellent sponsors, our senior sponsors. Mr. Alton and Ms. Pykosh, please stand. For all the extra work that they've carried out for you since the freshman year until now. They have been devoted to making class of 2015 the best it can be. They each also have a son graduating today, so it is a very special day for them indeed. On top of that, Mr. Alton is retiring. After 30, 40, 50 years in education, who knows? All I know is it's certainly longer than I've been alive. And I know we wish him well. So one round of applause for just Mr. Alton. You can sit down now, Randy. A shout out to our graduation coordinator, Mrs. Rice, and our Patriot ambassadors and their sponsor, Mr. Kuhn. Thank you for all your help to make this such a successful event. Now, of course, a special word and thanks and congratulations go out to your hardworking and lovable senior administrator and my friend, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown? He has taken you under his wings and been completely focused on your well-being and ultimate graduation. He's been your biggest advocate, even when sometimes you didn't even know it. I know he is a very proud assistant principal today as he graduates his 565 babies. Cheers, Mr. Brown, and thank you. Class of 2015, you've been quite a crew. You've infused your goodness and creativity as well as hard work into these years at high school, and you've been so successful. Let me give you a couple of highlights. We had an unbelievable 21 students named National Merit Finalists. Would these students stand and then we'll applaud at the end? Hyun-Soo Chung, Jeremy Chung, please stand. Jack Dye, Alex Danoff, Jacob Gluck, Lindsay Gong, Jason Hall, David Ho, Jonathan Kim, Catherine Kim, Nippon Cottage, Maya Krishna Rogers, Alexander Mays, Paul Neves, Ardra Shanier, Carrie Shai, Brandon Shim, Eric Wang, Jasmine Wang, Victoria Yu, Kevin Zhu, and 2 presidential scholars that had perfect ACT scores, Ryan Murphy and Paul Neves. Please stand and a round of applause for these fine students. Recently, 1,250 Wootton students sat 2,501 AP tests in 28 different exams. Truly impressive. This year, our students were offered almost $35 million in scholarships. It increases every year. In 2010, it was a mere $21 million. So Wootton students, you're really wanted, but in the right way. Over 98% of you are moving on to college. Wootton students have always been concerned citizens of their world around them, and this class is no different. They truly care about each other in the school, they care about their community, their country, and the world. The state requirement for student service learning hours for graduation is 75 hours. 188 of our graduates put in over 260 hours. The top 3 students for hours earned are, and please stand again, Victoria Yu, 1,373 hours. Sarah Pan, 1,374 hours. 1 hour. Well done, Sarah. And Chelsea Timmons, listen to this, 1,762 hours. Please stand, Chelsea. And as you sit down, Chelsea, did you have any time for school or a life? I know you, and you did. Yes, AP scholars did take advantage of the rigorous programs we offer at Wootton, as did our humanities, our STARS, our College Institute, our AOIT, Education Academy, and other programs we have at Wootton. But Wootton is much, much, much more than just academics. Our students have excelled in many other areas. Our drama department had another excellent year. We had 3 Cappy Awards, one for our pit orchestra, and one of the 2 individual awards was won by senior Max Fowler. Max, where are you? Our all-state band and orchestra and chorus, once again, as in every year it seems, had the most students make those all-state band, orchestra, and chorus. Again, a successful year in our arts. Our future artists actually displayed their incredible works during our recent Festival of the Arts. I am just amazed at the work they produce. I should be kind of used to it by now, but it never, ever gets old to see students being creative in wonderful ways. Our publications, our newspaper won gold medal from Columbia, yearbook a silver, and our Lit Mag won Best Literary Art Magazine Award. Unbelievable publications. In athletics, we had 3 division champions, 2 regional county champions, a state finalist, a state champion for our bocce team. 2 individual seniors won state championships. Swimming, Emily Zhang, and Kelly Chen just a couple of days ago in mixed tennis, mixed doubles tennis. And now, just a few personal remarks. I am always asked, and even yesterday at our rehearsal, when we have our students rehearse this, many students, at least 8 or 9 students, asked me, Dr. Doran, do you repeat your speech? Bet you do. You know, you've been at it a long time. Do you? And I say to them, after 12, 13 years, it does get a little bit harder, but I do not repeat my speech. But I do have a theme that I've kind of harped on throughout those years. And it's really talking about the relationship between parent and graduate and the upcoming sense of excitement and loss that's coming. And each speech was based on me being a high school principal and also a dad of a boy and a girl who left for college. So I've got that personal feeling and connection. I was there too when my guys graduated. I lived through it. Therefore, as all Americans do, it's the American way, I'm an expert. So a synopsis of what I shared over the years, and I always speak actually directly to the parents. For these guys, they've listened to me for 4 years. They know what I have to say. And they also have Tim here to talk directly to them later. So I talk mostly to you parents, grandparents, and families. So, I've spoken in the past to the fact that when they leave home, you will miss them. You'll miss them so much, you'll even miss the things they do that drive you crazy. 3 years ago, I was not sentimental, and I raised the parents' hopes that now they're gone, you get a life back. And just get a dog. That's what we did. And the good news is, however smart your dog, they're not going to abandon you and go off to college. The following year, I pointed out that you may not miss them that much, actually, because unlike high school, college semesters are like 23 days. Max. And also, they'll probably move back with you, definitely move back with you after college. Last year, I read a poem about memories and about how students, children, should give thanks to their parents. So I'm starting to run out of kids and dogs and stories, so I was wondering what to share with you, or the parents. And, well, this memory kind of came unbidden to me recently, and it started me thinking. Emma was 5, I think, and I was about to drop her off at her first summer camp, and we were in that car line. So the students were being let out of the car, and the camp counselors were meeting them and greeting them and talking to the parents. So as we approached, Emma, in a very commanding but little voice, said, "Dad, don't stop. Slow down, I'll jump out." And what I realized at that very moment was that as our parents, we are embarrassments to our children. Just being on this planet is an obvious embarrassment to them. You know it's true. I asked some of our seniors here if they agreed. There were certainly some very general embarrassing parental moves that I found based on my scientific research. We should never dance, should never talk to their friends, should never eat out with them, certainly should never show pictures of them, should never exhibit bad restaurant behavior, and should never attempt to use technology. However, see if any of you guys up there recognize these parental behaviors. A college tour where you ask very silly questions and did weird things, shared that your daughter likes to scrapbook, walked around shirtless when they have friends over, acted too young, shouted and screamed at athletic events, and also took clothes off the store mannequin to buy for your child. And please, do not have your daughter drive an extra 15 minutes to get gas at a cheaper place. But here is the good news. As they leave us, our embarrassment factor goes down. They actually start appreciating us. I don't believe I've embarrassed my 2 children for several years now. So parents, start dancing. Being obnoxious at restaurants. Wear whatever you want to. Tell the world how proud you are of them. Act as young as you want. And get out those baby pictures again. Seniors, I commend you, for you finally beat the juniors. You graduated first. That's an in-joke. They know what I'm talking about. But listen, no more embarrassments, only good memories, and the promises to continue to make us proud. Graduates, I throw out an easy challenge. Sounds so simple, it's kind of complex. It's just be good, do good. Remember, I do love you, and you are truly my favorite class ever. Seriously. Wootton's been your second home, a place where you shared and cared, you toiled and laughed, and yes, even grew up together. I hope this school means as much to you as it does to me. And as an Irishman, I traditionally leave you with this Irish blessing. May you have warm words on a cool evening, a full moon on a dark night, and a smooth road all the way to your door. I hope after these 730 school days together, I've earned the right to say to the class of 2015, good luck, friends, and always remember the relationships you made at Wootton, and always, always remember Patriots rule. Thank you.